News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, Valley Electric Association is getting ready for a ribbon cutting. The Board of County Commissioners wants to change the brothel ordinance, and a special lecture and dance will be at the museum. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Friday, July 22nd, 2016. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. A local man has been arrested for intentionally poisoning a roommate he was hoping to get rid of. 51-year-old Michael Plennin was taken into custody for willful poisoning by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. According to the press release, deputies with the Nye County Sheriff's Office responded to a residence in the 1000 block of Sutton Drive last night in regards to a domestic disturbance. During the course of the investigation, deputies learned that Michael Plennin, who resides at the address along with his 2 children and a female tenant who he wished to have evicted. Deputies discovered that Plennin had introduced a poisonous substance into the swamp cooler, which serves his tenant's bedroom. During questioning, Plennin admitted to introducing the poison into the swamp cooler, enunciating that his actions were connected to his desire to evict his tenant. The Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Services discovered levels of toxin in the atmosphere within the home to be immediately dangerous to life and health. All occupants of the home were affected as a result of Plennin's actions, and he was arrested. The occupants were treated by paramedics by the Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue after evacuating the premises. Plennin was booked at the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center and is being held in the bail amount of $5,000. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The community solar plant on Simkins is coming along quickly. We caught up with Kristen Metke from Valley Electric Association to find out more.
VEA's community solar project's on the north end of Pahrump off of Simkins Road, just east of Highway 160. It's on 80 acres. The output of it's going to be 15 megawatts, and we partnered with Bombard Electric to build that project.
And so it's going to be opening in September?
It is currently under construction. We're finishing it up, and we'll begin testing the plant here in a few weeks, and it will go fully operational at the end of September.
How is this going to affect VEA members? They're able to buy some of the solar, aren't they?
We are still working out the final details of the plan, but members will be able to buy output of this plant, and all of the power produced by the plant will be for VEA members. It'll be left here locally in the community. We're not selling it outside of this area.
And then there's a cap on how much they can buy?
I am not sure of that yet. We're still working through the details on what that will be.
Is it going to be a lower rate than what they pay now?
It is anticipated, yes, that the rate will be lower than what our current rates are.
Can you tell me about the construction with Bombard, what we're looking at as far as that? Because I know that you guys took a lot of the environmental and even the animals and everything into account.
Yes, when we first started the project, the site we found we knew would have desert tortoise there, and we did an initial survey, and it was determined that there would be desert tortoise on that site. So we worked with Bombard and Fish and Wildlife Service to come up with a plan to minimize the impact to the environment there. So we did a number of design modifications in coordination with Fish and Wildlife Service. We changed some panel configuration, raised the height. We didn't completely blade the site. We are hoping that vegetation comes back on the site and actually want it to grow there, whereas other solar plants, they do not want it to grow. The plant will actually be open once we're done for desert tortoise to come and go. So if someone wants to make a home there, they certainly can.
And then as far as the construction was concerned, do you know how many were hired for the construction and how many hired are going to be there operating the plant?
Bombard had approximately 70 workers on site for their part of the construction. VEA built the power line in and is doing some of the other work off-site to get the project interconnected. As far as on-site employees, once the plant's operational, there will be no one up there full-time on-site. There'll be monitoring done off-site by both Bombard and VEA. So there isn't a dedicated staff that will be up there, but people will be working on it off-site and doing regular maintenance. We also will be having some research partners to study the modifications we made to the environment, so the plants and tortoises and avian species.
And we'll have more regarding the community solar plant on Monday's newscast. Sanders Family Winery is having a special appearance tomorrow night at their location on Kellogg Road. John Anthony is performing for one night only his Rod Stewart tribute.
Hi, Kim Cornell-Lyle again here for Sanders Family Winery. We're going to have Rod Stewart coming July 23rd. Again, tickets are $25 this time because sometimes you had to pay a little bit more to get the best, but it's worth it. And get your tickets at Sanders Family Winery at 775-727-1776.
News 46 will return in just a moment.